new money, when the not saving, yeah, be liking my flavor, I think it's cause on the res, watch out, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch.
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
All right, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it. 22, Mark 22. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Echo. Ready?
2nd and 5. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, getting the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
23 yards the pickup there. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's got it to Ingram. Complete. Ingram churning. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And some space here. There he goes, right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Saints 14, Buccaneers nothing. Will Lutz set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Ingram. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Ingram. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Set. 30 base.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Cut, 315. Check my 45. Let's go, G. Set. Good.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here. And a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Oh, what a move. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the 39, Wilson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase it.
Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. M.J. Stewart made the tackle from his corner spot.
Kill.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Go.
From the 38, Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. But now it'll be 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big play there for the Saints. 49 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. 21-0 our score after 1.
20.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Vita Vea in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 3rd down, Wilson. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They stop him after a gain of only 4, and that brings up 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. David Onyemata. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Switch. Greystone, travel. Hit it.
They'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. And he's taken down here by the Saints. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead is down to 24. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. To throw on 3rd down, Wilson, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Gain of 7 brings up 3rd and 3.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll try and throw for it here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Airing this one out for Evans. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going to take a shot for Gallup. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Michael Gallup. Incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
47 Mike, 47. I'm coming. Hey, Jet, let's go.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Intended for Mike Evans. Incomplete.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll throw now on the final play. Airing this one up, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start the second half with Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end, Cook. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Throwing is Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Second and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Good trap.
2nd and 4. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Johnson's got it complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. 20. There he goes left side. And he's... And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first, or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Look at me. Go. Complete grip.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And Blake, the tight end's got it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Let's go. 18, Gator. Check.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. From 13 yards out. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
They'll try and run with Ingram. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Here we go.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Wilson going to throw right side here, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson, quick hitter here, it's complete. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Now Kamara. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a solid pickup of 11, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And down inside the 15 he goes. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 14. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. 2nd down and inches. And now here is another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They can't stop you, son.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
They're running it.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
They run it again with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Saints 52, Buccaneers 15.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He finds his target. It's Evans. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. They'll drop the throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already. And they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Boyd has it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Down. 8, read. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw, deep depth. He's got a man, complete. Past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting